Hey, what's going on everyone? AutoFull Gaming here. Today we're doing something a little different. We're taking a look at some speakers sent over from Edifier, the G2000s. Alright, so let's dive a little closer and we'll take a look at some functionality of these speakers. Alright, so now that we've got a little more up close and personal, we'll take a closer look at the G2000s here from Edifier. As you can see here, this is the, I guess where this is on our left hand side speaker here. You can see it has the backlight along the back there as well as on the sides. And these are fully RGB. You can change the color on these. In front, of course, you have just the driver there, and then a small little logo alongside the bottom there. Like I said, and then we can actually change, like I said, the RGB effect, but we'll dive into more of what you can do with these guys now. Just set that guy down there. So like I said, these are pretty decent sized speakers to be small desk speakers. You have full range of volume control, RGB control, as well as 3 different EQ effect controls. So like I said, you can dial in to whatever you'd like on this side here. Let's see if we can get this one in shot without having to move everything over. Like I said, here is the side that you will have the power button on, and then of course your EQ and RGB button here. So to change all these along, like I said, you would just press and hold to change the RGB color. So we'll press and hold here. You can see we have red. We'll press and hold to go and get green. Let's get another blue there. It's more of a yellow. So we have a lighter teal blue. And of course they do different effects as well, so you also can do breathing with all the different effects, so they kind of fade in and out. That's on the front and back side there. And you can turn them off completely as well. What you just heard there, like I said, if you just click the little button here at the bottom, that's the EQ adjustment. So it has 3 different ones. It has a game movie mode. So you have, it's in game mode currently. If I click it again,
movie mode.
You see it swapped over to movie mode. So these are the different EQ options it has.
Music mode.
And has a music mode as well. So there's no external software or anything to worry about. Everything is built into the speaker, so you won't be able to control that EQ through any software of theirs, just through the button on the side of the port there. And it does have a little volume rocker here, up and down as well. So I'm pressing it up currently. It'll beep when it reaches the maximum volume it's going to reach, which is nice, especially if you don't have, say, like a volume rocker on your keyboard, because I do have a volume rocker sitting on mine. So if you want to be able to reach that at any time, you can just click the up or down button here. And of course you have your power and mode select here. So these can be connected via USB. We have ours plugged in USB right now. And then we have that's the DC in there. And then there's a wire connecting the 2 speakers together. So if you don't want to connect via USB, you can also connect this one via Bluetooth or through the auxiliary 1/8 inch on the back. So that's it. If you don't want to take up a USB port on the back of your motherboard, you can use the auxiliary cord. It's included with the box here. So if you just click
aux input,
the mode there, you can hear it switch to aux input, and then we have
Bluetooth input,
the Bluetooth mode, and then
USB input.
USB input. So like I said, that'll be what we're connected through right now. Like I said, so these will definitely work great as either your computer desk speakers. You could plug these into, say, like a TV if you want to give your living room a little more of a boost there. I think they look pretty good sitting on the desk here. If we just kind of scoot them back, and we'll get around another angle where you guys can see better. But going over some more of the specs here, like I said, you pretty much get about a 32 watt max. The frequency range is 98 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So I mean, next range is pretty good. We'll dive into some sound test here in just a second. But like I said, we've been pretty thoroughly impressed by the size of these speakers, and just how subtle and simple they are. So let's go ahead and dive into some sound tests real quick, and then we'll wrap this up with those sound tests. So first we'll test the game mode EQ. We'll go and launch into a game here. If we pull up some Doom Eternal, and we'll try at different volume levels as well. So we'll hop back into campaign here, get this next level, and see how this sounds here. See, it sounds like some gunfire going on.
Priest's position is stable now, and his
So
guardian
yeah,
is
sounds pretty
somewhere in
good
the facility
with you know, like I said, with both a little bit of a soundtrack there, guns sound fine. Like I said, dialogue is really clear, and like I said, this isn't even at 100% yet. So overall, I think in game mode sounds pretty good. Like so, we'll test the other two modes, of course. Give it just a few more seconds of this. Move around again here. So I think that's a pretty good demo on music. Let's jump into some, or it's a pretty good demo in gaming. Let's jump into the music EQ and try that one real quick. All right, so let's swap it over to music mode and we'll play a couple different tracks here. Like I said, so to do that, we'll just click the EQ button here.
Movie mode. Music mode.
All right, so we are in music mode now. Let's see, what do we want to start with? Some dance electronic. So sounding pretty good. I'll try more, let's see, bass heavy. It's not the best bass response, but like I said, they're putting out a pretty good bit for their size. Let's do some more of a rock or metal theme next. Let's see. As you see, pretty clear across the spectrum there. Like I said, I'm not really getting a whole lot of fuzziness or distortion or anything like that, even with these driven up to 100% there. We're kind of going to skip on the movie EQ there because I can't really be playing anything from a movie, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that based off the other two EQ tests we did. All right, that thing about wraps up the sound tests. Let's dive out and talk about these speakers a little more. All right, guys, yeah, that about wraps it up for the G2000 here from Edifier. Like I said, we ran over a couple of those tests there. Overall, really impressed. I dig the lighting on the back here. I think for the price of this guy, or these kit ranging around $100, not too bad of a setup for what you're getting here. Like I said, really good sounding. I think they'd be great in addition to your desks, you know, so long as it's not too massive of a desk setup, because they're not huge speakers. I mean, I can pretty much put them in the palm of my hand here. But like I said, sound quality for something this small, definitely more impressive than I expected for them to be this size. I think if you do need good external audio, you know, if you don't want to play with your headphones on, these sound great. You know, it was really impressive with the drivers, like I said, for them being this small. So if you guys want to see more of it, check us out over on Instagram at Desktops Gaming. Like I said, we'll post some more shots over there. We might do a little more testing on these if you guys ask for a little more testing on them. Like I said, we really like the RGB effect on the back. I think it'll make a good addition just about anyone's setup if you guys are wanting to check out some speakers. So like I said, we're uploading this day on Thanksgiving. Like I said, if you guys are in the US and you do celebrate Turkey Day, happy Turkey Day. For the rest of the world, just have a good Thursday. Other than that, I think that about wraps it up. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Take it easy.